Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks so much for joining me here. We're going to take a quick dive into Sand, kind of get an update because I got a lot of requests just now for obviously this new pump that just happened moments ago. So we'll go and take a quick look at that. And just so you know, if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I've been trading for over 15 years, and my goal is to help you become more of an effective trader. That's why I have a trading community. Link in the description below. Check that out. I actually send out signals for every single trade that I take, and I have a very good relationship with most of my patrons. So jump on in there. Be looking forward to get to know you better. Now, taking a look at the one-day chart, we can see this candlestick's very large. And it was actually just down here, right in this range, right around $2.10. In fact, I actually have an alert here set up right around $1.99, and it bounced. It didn't quite go that low, and I missed out my opportunity, my entry. But regardless, it basically came down as low as 207 and shot up right around, as you can tell, it's still making higher highs right now. So definitely doing very well. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, kind of see what's going on here. So here is that pump. Sorry, one second. Here we go. Here's that pump that we're looking at. And this literally just happened. So we see this 1-hour chart here. You can kind of see what's going on. So it is breaking its all-time high. And you know when sand breaks its all-time highs, it tends to go on a pretty strong tear. So there's a good chance we might see this continue to the upside. In fact, why don't we go ahead and pull up the Fibonacci here and kind of see what that might look like. Because, ultimately, we're going to see a pretty big continuation here. So what it's doing is testing the resistance right now of 272. That is essentially the next line of Fibonacci. It's 1.272. And if we look at the big picture here, there's a possibility we're going to see 372 for at the end of this run here. Okay. Now again, that's hypothetical, but strictly stating the facts here, Fibonacci retracement does a very good job of kind of forecasting where things might go based on recent trends and obviously, what continuation support levels we have as well, right? So we're going to mark this as a resistance here around 272. So if that price can't break above and hold above, then we're going to have, I wouldn't say a problem, but it's going to likely retrace. Okay, so just keep that in mind. This could be the new resistance, but could just break right on through and keep on trending upwards. But bear this in mind too, we want it to be healthy, right? Because this one was a strong increase followed by a strong decrease. Okay, so in order to avoid that, we need to have something that isn't as significant as the previous ones. In other words, this is already overextended in my opinion, and it needs to kind of go sideways for a little while before it continues upwards. Again, that's just my personal preference because I like how coins do a nice staircase pattern instead of this parabolic increase and then a semi-parabolic decrease. We don't really like that, right? It needs to be able to continue comfortably. Regardless, easy, safe prediction here, I would say by the end of the month, 372 is a very strong likelihood. And of course, when it comes to, I guess, the year end, it will probably be much higher. But we're just going to keep an eye on this here. I've actually made a lot of frequent updates on this here, and we'll just keep that up based on the simple fact that it's making a lot of big movements, and we want to kind of pay close attention to it and see if we can, catch the next big break. But really, it looks like the next big break is happening right now. So it's just going straight to down right now. So to summarize, we've got some good support levels here. So just in case the price were to continue to increase, or say it even stops where it's at, we could see the price consolidate and go sideways around 272. That's a possibility. What's more than likely is for the price to eventually come down and at least relax right here about 245. I think that's more realistic, just based on the simple fact that it's a bit on the overextended side. That's a lot of increase, significant increase in less than an hour, 30% in 1 hour. That tells us that we're well above the standard deviation lines, right? So if you were to pull up the volume weighted average price, for example, you have the two lines from on top and bottom. This is well outside of those means. In other words, it has to come back down. We're going to see retracement soon. I hope it keeps pumping. Don't get me wrong. I'm not being a pessimistic here. I'm just being very realistic in the sense that I think it'll probably retrace soon and probably resist out here right around 272. So if all goes well, it'll work right here. In other words, this is the previous all-time high, right? That's why it's going to be considered a really strong support level moving forward. So 245 should be the new support. So if you're looking for an entry point, wait for the price to retrace. Take entry at 242 and essentially, 245, and essentially use that as a potential support level. Wait to see if it holds first, but there's a strong likelihood that it will, based on the fact that an all-time high that was a previous all-time high that was essentially a resistance level is now considered a strong support. Happens all the time. So just bear that in mind. That's strong, likely what we're going to see here next. But again, if we pull up Fibonacci one last time, let's go ahead and summarize and see. we are looking again, I think it was 372, right? Yes, roughly 372. And I don't foresee the price going much higher, at least in this candlestick, much higher than 285. If so, again, we can expect a significant retracement, and we don't want that. So I hope you found benefit here, and obviously, if you did, like and subscribe. If you haven't already, I'm sure you are because you're seen a few of my other videos. But check out my Patreon community if you haven't already too. That's actually really cool because I send out signals for every single trade that I take, and every one of my members are we have a really good relationship. We're all learning and growing as crypto traders. Awesome experience. So either way, I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. You take care now. We'll see you. Thank you.